Alrighty, well, to kick us off, it feels like an eternity since we last played with the week off. How have the boys come back into training ahead of what's a big final stand in this season?
Yeah, no, really well. They excited to play again. It's always when you're used to playing every week. You have that weekend off. Sometimes the players miss it a little bit, but it gave us time to get some players, a little bit fitter, get more training into their legs, and ready now for the Sydney game.
Yeah, obviously the Sydney game, a big one to come into after the break, and coming off a disappointing result in the last one against Brisbane. How's that extra week? You touched on it a little bit there. How's that extra week allowed the players to prepare physically and mentally coming off the loss and get up for a big game?
Yeah, it was important after the Brisbane game that we recovered because we played on the Monday, then on the Saturday, and the Brisbane heat really took a lot out of the players. So they gave us time to recover from that game. And before that, we won 3 in a row. So we know that we're still in good form. We're still, looking good, in that final run home for us. So players are excited, ready, trained really well over this last week and a half. So can't wait now for Saturday night.
You mentioned getting players back fit and up to speed. A couple of those in particular. Obviously, Lusty made his first start, got through about an hour, I think it was. How much has that helped him, and how much is he kicking on? And secondly, Rami in the extended squad for the first time since he joined us. So how's he looking as well?
Yeah, Rummy's starting to look really strong. He came with a little bit of an injury that we wanted to build his body up and make sure that he's ready. And when we do start playing him, because not only is he going to be important for this season, but also upcoming seasons, because he's a talented player and someone that can give us a lot. And then Lusty, he was out for a long period, and that was his first start against Brisbane, so it was good hit out for him. He's recovered really well, so he'll be better for that game. And for him, he will. I'm sure that he'll be excited to play again in this game.
And Noah coming back from, I think his first international call up for 12 months or so, obviously on the back of his brilliant form on the score sheet in the friendly against Como as well. How great was it to see him, continuing that form with the national team, and how's he looking coming back?
Yeah, good. He, it's always nice when a player goes away and performs well, and by all reports, he performed, scored, comes back with that confidence, and he trained today. We have to see how he recovers from the trip, and then I'm sure that Noel will play a part in the game and be ready to play. He's a young boy. He'll be physically ready and mentally ready, and he's got confidence. So it's good to have Noah back, and it's always nice that they come back injury free.
Always. Looking onto Sydney then, particularly since you took over at the club, it's really been dead even in terms of head-to-head. We've had a couple of wins, a couple of defeats, draw last season as well. Some really tight tussles, entertaining games. Obviously, we know what happened last time. We played Sydney with the brilliant late winner from Dia. What have you seen from Sydney? Because you feel like sort of in the media there's been a lot of talk about Sydney. They're up here 1 minute, down here, then back up again. So what do you sort of see from them?
I see a good side. They got really good players. They, what movements they've got, but you need to stop that. They got players that can create opportunities, good experience. They lost against Wanderers, and they'll be hurting from that game because of the derby. But rewatching it, I don't think it was that. It wasn't a 4-0 game. It was quite close, and Sydney had their opportunities. Wanderers took theirs, and credit to them. But Sydney are a good side, so it's going to be a tough game for us. We know them well. We played against them already twice this season, and we know we have to be at our best to get the result we want.
Obviously, the match in itself, we had the opportunity last week to go into the top 6 if we won. Then obviously not knowing Sydney's result, but being directly against Sydney, we know if we beat them, we're on we jump them into 6. Is that a little bit of extra motivation, I guess, to continue building the momentum and then looking ahead to the running?
I think the important thing is for us is to focus on making sure that we're ready for each game coming up, and that that the players are ready, and that the process is there, and you know, if we perform well, we know we'll get the results. You know, we know that every game from now on is a good game, an important game. But, you know, you don't want to say that, you know, this is a must win, because every game, you know, you want to go into trying to win. So there's 5 games left, 15 points up for grabs. You know, there's going to still be a lot of twists and turns no matter what happens this weekend. Of course, it'll be nice to be in the 6 now. It'll be nice to be in the 6 at the end of this weekend. But it's important that, you know, we're in the 6 at the end of the season. So that's what we're going for. That's our goal. You know, it's a big game for everyone this weekend, and no different for us. We're looking forward to it.
Fingers crossed. And maybe just one last very quick one. Obviously, the women's team heading into the final match of the regular season this season. Quite similar circumstance to how we finished last season with the Premier's Plate race and looking into finals. I know obviously you'd be fully focused on getting your boys ready, but yeah, maybe just a word on the women's team, the inaugural season, and hopefully going on to successfully end.
Yeah. Look, I've been really, it's not surprised, but I've been happy to see the women doing so well, because, you know, it's their first season and it's not easy to achieve already what they've achieved. You know, they're definitely going to finish in the top 2. Hopefully, with a little bit of luck on their side, they get the Premier's Plate. But if not, they're in the final series. They'll have a double go to get into the grand final, and they're good enough to do it. You know, I want to congratulate them so far on an amazing season. Also to Mark, you know, for his first, you know, time in the W League. So I'm excited to see how they finish the season. I'm sure that no matter what they do from now on, they've already made the club proud and everyone who follows them proud, and they should be proud of that. And hopefully they go and win it from here. But you know, we're proud of them anyway.